All right, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are working on a lineup of professional phoenixes. These are spray-on applications. I mentioned these before a couple last month. I mentioned the professional version of this technology. So it's not it's not going to be a rear projection screen. It's a spray-on application, and this is a more professional, more heavier, heavier concentrated version of the Phoenix. So right now I'm testing out the first one, which is the black version of it, which is actually darker than the Phoenix we have over here. Like I said, the Phoenix technology we have is absolutely amazing, but we're always striving for something a little more different. And I did want to do a spray-on professional version of it also too. All right, so we have a spray-on version of it, and then we have a paint-on version of it. So this is how dark the screen is. I'm walking in front of my projector right there. Show you how dark the screen's coming up. All right, and we're going to start on some skin tones first, and then some other things. All right, so I'm doing all this to document the technology on its first test demonstration today. Well, actually displayed today. All right, so let's begin. Now later on I'll be coating this to a 92-inch screen, a much larger screen, or a 100-inch screen. But right now we're just going to use the 50-inch for right now. I'm going to go back there and relax, sit down while I'm watching the demonstration from back there.
Keep it cheesy, thin, and crispy. Cheese it snacks. Level up your lunch.
Actually, record time. 30 minutes it took to make it. So this is slightly darker, actually a little darker than the Phoenix, but like I said, this is a spray-on application only. Since we figured out a way to heighten the white levels on screens, or our technology, now we can make a screen as dark as we want and actually perfect those white levels. This whole entire video has been shot in, so actually the projector we use is doing 720p only. In a few minutes, we'll be testing Crow's product against the formula at 1% and any certified screen. And this technology is being customized especially for going toe-to-toe with screen innovation. At 1%.
There's never enough cooks in the kitchen. Rinse and taste the buck.
One little test here. This is some gunmetal. Gunmetals, white screens. certifies first. Okay, oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going against the certifies first because I want to see where my screen, the new technology stacks up against a gunmetal screen. So we're going to do this against daylight screen. Parallax, as you can see right there. And I'll butcher the name with a 0.8 gain on it. At 1%, they're going to go against the new technology here. Spray on professional version of a black Phoenix. Oh, I told you, all Phoenixes have invisible versions of them. Even the gamers have them. Just haven't got around to developing them yet. So now we have 6 downstairs ready to go for testing. This contrast level was much, much darker than the original Phoenix. So let's get these certifies up here first. Let's see what we have here. The gunmetals first. 2 expensive screens I have, which is $5,000 and $3,000 of each screen Dark Star 9. Soon, we will have Black Diamond technology here to do testing against our products because we need Black Diamond here for this big professional technology. Yeah, we need Black Diamond. It has to be here for this. To see exactly how we stack up against the big dog. That's the big dog. That's the one we want to test against. All right, I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do a cinema gray 5D. All right. Now, I've explained this before. If you have other things to do, I would suggest you go do those. The video will always be here. This is for basically everything we record live. All test demonstrations must be recorded live, so we have an accurate testing of everything that we do. So it doesn't make a difference if you're here or not. I mean, thank you for coming in, but you don't need to be here. I just use these videos right here for testing. Anything we do on YouTube is basically just designed for test. That's it. It's designed for testing and showcasing the product. We don't need a customer fan base. We don't need subscribers or none of that. This is all used for advertising. That's what it's used for. Pretty soon you won't be able to go to YouTube anymore. The new technology we're developing won't be on YouTube. You'll have to go to a showroom to see that. All right, let's see at 1%, new darker technology that we have developed versus the gunmetal screens, which now there's no gunmetal screen now on the planet. It's going to actually match one of these screens. It's going to get darker than this, much darker than this. This is just the first stage. So let's see what we get. Okie dokie. Let's begin. Let's see where we want to go out on this one. Let's do contrast. This one, Panasonic 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm Sonic.
Not exactly what I asked for, but I asked for Panasonic 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
When will this be coming out? No time soon. It's just all test. Let's see. I want the OLED course. I want to see how we stack up. Next week, I start submitting applications for Black Diamond technology, so we can have our samples over here, so we can begin our test. Let's see. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Any other time I want it pops it
Getting
up.
that from YouTube.
Okay, they're fighting me on this. Let's try this one. Panasonic OLED demonstrations. She's having an attitude today, people. Let's try it again. Panasonic OLED demonstrations. Told you. These machines respond back when they want to respond back. 4K Panasonic demonstration. This is why I do not like voice controlled devices. Alexa, 4K Panasonic OLED demonstration. She's broken. All right then. Well, we can't get it that way. We have to go on manually because for some reason she's not responding back. So let's see what we got to do here. There we go. See? Now, this is the first stage. The screen's going to be 3 shades darker than that when we're done. The object is to make a screen super, super, super jet black with intense high white levels. So already from the door at 1%, we're already showing that we are able to compete and dominate a $5,000, $3,000, and $1,500 projection screen at 1% done. Maintain white levels, contrast, all at the same time in 720p. So today, 6 of these were designed within an hour's time. We have 6 of these downstairs. This is the first one we'll display first, and the rest of them will come along later. We also have a hologram spray coming out soon too, for 3D mapping, stuff like that. Special applications for holograms. Like that 2-pop display where they display that image coming down. Yeah, we have a coating to actually enhance that technology to make it better than what it is. The white levels. Starfill screensaver. She's not responding back at all, is she? I'm gonna have to unplug her and put it back in. She's not listening. Every once in a while they get like that. Now remember, the technology we have is at 1%. We have at least about 99% of improvement on the technology. And already at 1%, we're already dominating these screens already with no problem. Hotspotting is easy to get around, which we already did that with the silver. You see how that turned out. We had somebody come in the room and say, oh, but it's hotspotting. It's not done yet, buddy. It's 98% yet done. We're missing 2 elements to change that. And sure enough, we were able to paint that on a mirror using a 5,000 projector without one hotspot on the screen. Let's see if she'll act right now. All right. No, she's behaving. Let's go here. Makes the contrast always not picking up so well. Alright, the only thing we got to, 2 things we got to change on it. We have to make it darker. It has to be darker than that, way darker than that. And we need to basically control how much light reflects off the surface. That's easy to do. We'll have that done by the day. Let me paint the 192 inch and do the demonstrations off of that. The white levels are real good. That's good right there. Let's get back to what I want to see real quick. Skyward Roller demonstration. I'll share this for a minute. This is literally how high the white levels are in this technology. It's how high they are. I'll walk in front of the projector so you can see where the sample sheets are at. They're going to disappear the minute I walk away. That's literally how high the white levels are. Up close. Up close. Look at that. That is a $3,000 projection screen sitting there right in the center of that screen. That is a cinema grade 5D. That's the lightest screen we have up there right now. My screen is jet black, correct? That's the color of that screen laying up against that black screen. So that screen can mimic right into that surface with no problem whatsoever. That's a professional. They're not gonna pick up contrast. Listen to that screen. They couldn't come close to contrast. The screen is very, very dark. They couldn't pick it up. They can't pick it up on the Phoenix. So I know they can't pick it up on this. This is a professional version of the Phoenix. Beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Show you how dark the screen can get. 1%, not even done yet. How bright the levels come up. Demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
The two things we need to do: enhance contrast levels as we more darker than that.
Starbucks drip shot energy.
Perfect.
What gives you energy?
We're now to edit that. I'm done. Finished. You start testing it on. Wow, that's quite impressive. have here now is an even darker technology than the Phoenix. Even darker, but with an amazing, amazing white level. We won't be able to give it its credit until we get screen innovation over here. Once we get screen innovation over here, then it gets its credit. This is what this was designed for. Strictly for screen innovation. Well, Black Diamond, here we come. At 1% only. Unless you have an actual black screen, that's the only way you're going to be able to go toe to toe with this thing. Everything we have to do now is adjust the brightness, because it is really, really crazy bright. That has to be adjusted, and I want to make it a little bit darker than what it is. That's literally how much white light that screen is actually pulling off this surface right now. So once we get that toned and adjusted, and we heighten the contrast a little more, and we're done. That's it. We got a screen that can pull in the same white levels and maintain color. Perfect contrast levels.
With 0% parabens, sulfates, and dyes. Tresemme Pro Pure collection lets you style without compromise. Tresemme Pro Pure, 0% compromise, 100% you.
By the way, thank you for the $180. I hope you enjoyed the silver when it gets to your doorstep. Oh, we know. We know everything. Unlike you, I don't cancel orders. And if you do tamper with it, and we notice something's wrong with it, we other have people have tested that product too, so we'll know if you mess with it. But anyway, any test you do against that product pretty much won't mean anything, because you canceled an order. We know. I couldn't care less. We know people test their stuff all day long. Companies buy our stuff, they test it. Corporations buy our stuff, they test it. We know that already. No matter what happens, at the end of the day, you canceled an order. And that's hanging on my wall right now. My frame came in today. I'll show you the frame I got for it. Nice frame for it. That's my achievement. But if you care, I can put you against this technology right now, but I'm not going to do that. You wouldn't pass. This is for professional screens only right now. Let's get a white surface up here too. Let me pause this for a minute. We need a white surface up here. 0.9 in here. So my lead screen samples are going to be here pretty soon. But like I said, the one screen we want to test this against is the screen innovation with Black Diamond technology. That's what I want to test it against. We've already done everybody else. What's the point? We need some new blood. This is what I like to test again when I test my black screens. I like this because this has a 0.9 gain. Very hard surface to test against. Oh, that's too low. Fussing and then go fussy. Fussy, fussy, fussy. So we got a little everything. We got gunmetal. We got another darker gunmetal. We got a mid-gray screen, and we got a white screen. All against a black screen. All certifies. At 1% done. Which, if I finish with it, it'll be darker than this, way darker than this. I want something super, super dark. I mean, super, super crazy dark. You look at it like, what the freak is that? I want something like that. That kind of dark. I wonder. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Now these are spray-ons only, not roll-ons. This is a professional version of the technology. As I told you before, all of the Phoenixes have invisible versions attached to them. They can be made invisible. We can make an invisible game if we wanted to. Philips 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube. Say this one right here.
Having a black business and serving product, it was a lot of lack of hospitality.
The screen is literally so dark. If I display anything on contrast on the screen, the screen's gonna wash out. Any screen's gonna wash out. That's why we want black diamond. They're supposed to have this. The technology, I mean, I've seen the technology. It's quite good. It's really good. That would be a perfect opponent for this technology we're developing. Contrast versus contrast. Black diamond versus a new technology. That's what I want. So everybody else is trying to figure out how to get sample sheets to come close enough to test in their screens. We do things differently. We don't pick what's comfortable with our screen. We pick everything. That's the whole purpose. Why would I pick a sample sheet that's going to be comfortable with my product, but in a dark environment? It's too easy. All right. Let's get this one right here. So 1% done. We have 4 certified screens at 1% done on our technology. White screen, mid-gray, and gunmetal. We expect for the mid-gray and white screen to do well when it comes to contrast level, but to do better with white levels. And we expect the gunmetal to do better when it comes to contrast and so much from white levels. Judging by what I saw. The reason why you don't put sample sheets against your screen that are going to be comfortably matching into your surface is because you don't know exactly where your technology lays. You have to make it a challenge. So what you do is you pick screens that are going to be all different multiple colors. That's stick. You don't stick on the screen at all. You should off the screen sticking and falling off on stage to the point of knocked over the screen. But that's what you do. You don't pick a surface that's comfortable. I've seen a lot of demonstrations where people are basically trying to show that they can match a certified screen. What they'll do is they'll basically go in and they'll get a surface of a screen that's going to come close to matching this screen. That's not going to give them too much of a hard way to go. And then what they'll do is they'll get some pretty abstract art or whatever demonstration to run across the screen. So look, same thing, we can do the same thing. They don't show you white levels, they don't show you contrast, none of that all period. What I like to do is I like to take a category of screens. Like we'll take them from light to white, the dark metal, the gunmetal, different categories. Different screens are going to produce higher white levels. Certain are going to produce higher contrast levels and better colors back and forth. So that's what I like to do. So that way you can see how the screen is going to react to all those different certifieds at the same time. That's a challenge. I don't know how people do this easy demonstrations. But in order for us to really put this on the map, we need to go against the big boy. And the big boy is screen innovation. Already at 1%, that's how much white light that screen is actually pushing off of it. Literally, that's why you see that glare in the middle. That's how much white light the screen's pushing off, eating up. Once we get that toned, man, this thing is going to be a beast when we get done with it. Oh, let's have a little fun real quick. When you finally get your hands on the silver, you're going to find it quite impressive. It's not like your everyday silver screen. So be warned. All right, so we got Crow's Metallica mix, personal mix, and soon we will have the Hydrant, the Frankenstein, and the Cinemax. As I told you before, you still haven't got all the rest of them, and they've already placed orders already. So unless you plan to halt all your orders, that's the only way you're going to be able to get them. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's see if we can blame your screen. We're already going to do it already from the door. So Jamie, so you know, this is the technology developed today. We got 6 of these. This is the darkest one we have. The screen's only at 1% done. That's it. When it reaches 100%, by then we should have all your products here by then. I expect to have all your products here by then. And then we'll test your products, whether you like it or not, against the screen, all of them, as in one hit. And you're afraid of the Phoenix. You're terrified of the Phoenix. This is the professional version of it. You know what you're up against. Now we're on a new Christie right now. 4,000 lumens? Yeah. 720p. This is not 1080, this is a 720p projector. Start fill screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's your UV mix, so we don't get it mixed up about your contrast levels. The UV mix is gray. See, from a distance you think it's dark. It's no, his screen is actually gray. The UV mix is gray. It's not black. This screen is darker than a Phoenix, and a Phoenix can turn your screen gray. A 17 can turn the screen gray, and this is darker than the Phoenix. This is the professional version of it. So, contrast level on our screen is at 1%. We're not even done with it yet. We still got to make it a little bit darker.
Oh, nice talk. Yeah, real nice.
You're not worried about that. It's a 1% product. It's supposed to be some flaws in there. The screen's white levels are extremely through the roof right now, so you can see exactly where we need to tone them up at. What are you complaining about? Nothing. Just like the silvers. The silvers, when we had the white levels literally so high, the screen was blinding, and now we got them down to perfect. We can reflect them off mirrors at 5,000 lumens. We just need to know where we need to adjust the screen at. So that's not going to be hard to do. That'll be done by the day. But I need the screen to be much, much, much darker. I mean, I want it to be so dark that people just look at it and go, "What the freak is that on your wall?" That's my screen. It's be much darker than this. See exactly how dark we can make the screen and how high we can make the white levels for it to be a perfect balance. All right, let's go over and get TLC 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube. Look how black the background is considered to the horse.
Word to the wise, Crow. When you finally get the silver there, don't put it against your product. Trust me. You're not going to like the outcome of it. We added something special to it, that technology around gray screens. That's why your gray screen can't pick up around it. Neither can the other ones. And if you tampered with it, we're going to know, because it has a strange color to it. If that screen comes up as gray, and not how you paint it, when they paint them, they come up like a little weird color to them. And when they dry a different color. We'll know. But isn't that interesting? That we know, we know he placed an order. We know where he lives at. We definitely know where he lives at. So we saw the order pop up. But the interesting thing about it is the fact that we don't cancel orders over here. Knock yourself out. Have fun with it. I really don't care. I stand behind my work. But when it comes from anybody else trying to do a demonstration of your product, you cancel. So from now on, we're going to call you Cancel Crow and the Cancel Boys. Not Crow Boys anymore, Cancel Boys. Because you're terrified of this black technology. But sooner or later, like I said, we're going to have your product down here. Till then, on my wall, I got that cancellation up there. Until then, your product is not doing too good at 1%. I couldn't care less who does the demonstration against our product. As long as it's fair and it's done right. You can put it in, matter of fact, I suggest you put it in a lot of ambient light. Because that's what they're used to thriving in. But your product can't survive in ambient light. So I'm suggesting that probably in all its videos, they're going to be done in dark environments. Because that screen is designed to be used in a fully lit environment. Which means your meter is going to have to go over 4. Yep. Around 4, probably around 4 to 1200. You're going to be around in that range. You got to basically to compete with that screen. All right, let me see where we can go from here. Let's do this right here.
This preseason, take football further with NFL Game Pass.
Because we already know this black technology, it's going to produce a contrast level. That's not going to be a problem. What we need to go is to brighter and colors. It shows how the screen's white levels are going to compare to his product, which I said is a cakewalk. We just did 4 certified screens, and one of them happened to be a bone white screen with a 0.9 gain. What makes you think the image is going to pull a higher white level than a 0.9 white screen? There you go. Yep, we got the menu again. Hold on for a minute. I told you I hate this. One thing I hate about the Fire Sticks, the menu and pause button are right next to each other, which I don't like. As a matter of fact, wait a minute. Yeah, our white levels are literally that high for a black screen. At 1%. Now keep in mind, when we develop black technology, we always expect for a screen, like a white screen, to be much higher than ours. It's just a given. It's going to happen because we have a darker screen. But what we don't expect from our technology is to be able to not pull up an image that you can't see. If I can't see it, I can't use it. Which is another thing too. If my screen's become that dark, there'd be no way in the world possible I can do daylight gaming on here like we did a couple of days ago. I was gaming with a friend. That'd be virtually impossible. But I can say one thing about your product. It doesn't work at all, period. And the reason why it doesn't work is because you're terrified of it. Or you wouldn't be canceling orders. I'm going to run that into the ground. I'm going to literally run that one literally to the ground. As a matter of fact, I may place a couple more orders today to see how fast you cancel them out. And when you cancel those orders, I'm going to add those to my wall and frame them. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. I already got one for the Cinemax. I'm going to place another order today for the hybrid mix right through your website. And let's see if you cancel that one. If you cancel that one, I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall. I'm going to order one for the Frankenstein mix. Cancel that one, I'm going to hang it on my wall. See how many cancellations I can get from you in a day. Let's see if we can go with, let's see, I've done all these. That's pretty much what, oh, we need to do this one right here. Wait. We can't. We gotta do something else. We're right. Gotta keep this real. Let's put, for fun, let's take the white surface, the 0.9 white screen, for fun, and let's put that up there too. We gotta have some fun with this. Come on, you can't make it easy. Come on. Really? Seriously, people? Gotta make it hard. We're gonna take a 0.9 gain white elite screen. Let's put that up there too. Let's put that here. And wait a minute. I'll be back. We need some more white surfaces. We ran out of white screens. Let's try this right here. White sheet of paper. See, this is the demonstrations you were supposed to be doing. You were supposed to be doing demonstrations when we gave you that challenge. You're supposed to be matching that black screen because literally our screens are black. They pick up a black contrast over, not a gray. And you were supposed to be doing that demonstration, but you couldn't do it. Couldn't do the challenge. Okay, 1% people right from the door. I could have basically came on. I got a 4,000 lumen projector behind me, Chrissy. I could have did the demonstration in a dark environment. I could have did the same thing he did. Nope. What did I do? Grabbed a whole bunch of certified screens, threw them against the screen. I don't like to be bored. Let's get some more white paper. White paper, white paper, white paper, white paper, white paper. There we go. Is that enough right there? They don't like that. Cancer boys don't like that. They don't like that for the simple fact that I can do that. At 1%, I can come out and do demonstrations like this easily. You got to do your research. That's why. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see if any one of those screens can turn my screen dark. Now we got your product up there, we got certified up there, and we got 3 pieces of white paper up there. Like I was doing with the silver screen, and the guy came in and talked about, yeah, but it's possible to do this. It's a 98% screen. It's not even done yet. Now look at it. That screen is beautiful. God, let me finish the screen. But then I turned around, I showed him the Phoenix sitting in the window. We did the same thing over there. The Phoenix turned everything, washed everything out. Phoenix can wash out his screen at 25 feet away, and you can see the difference in a fully lit environment. This is at 1%, and we're testing the white levels now. Let's see. Remember the demonstration where you said where our screens came up dark? Let's see if we can do it at the 1%. My screen is darker than the other one, so let's fire this one off. Oh. that black spot in the middle of the screen. And the screen's darker than the Phoenix. The Professional's way darker than the Phoenix. Where's this black spot supposed to be coming up? I don't see it. Girl, that's your product right there and there. Look. See his product disappearing? It's right there. But you can't see it. And you gotta start doing your demonstrations live. That way, you can't even make a mistake. Everybody will see it. You gotta do your demonstrations live. It should be done live. So welcome back and forth in front of the camera like that, and that screen gets dark. Where are we at? We're at 59, almost there. 59. Let's try it again with the white sheets of paper again. Yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? Nah, I've done this one too many. Skywood, food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's what I want. Now, the important thing about this test is that when we do this is where we test the screen's white levels, especially with black screens. It has to be done. Because we need to know exactly where the white levels are going to lay on the screen. This is why we have to test them against white sheets of paper, white certified screens, because we need to know exactly where the balance level lays. Sound familiar, Crow? This is what you were supposed to be doing in the demonstration when you're displaying your Cinemax versus that black surface. The black surface wasn't present, so therefore there was nothing there to judge it off, to balance it off, to rate it to. There you go. And we can do this at 1% right from the brewer in a live demonstration. Now, you think he was terrified of the Phoenix? You think he's going to go against a professional? This is at 1%. That order would never make it over here. He might even shut down his website over this thing. So now we know the white levels lay at. We know exactly how to adjust the screen. Once we adjust the screen, hot spotting will completely disappear. We'll heighten the darken levels on the screen, and we're good to go. Same thing. Phoenixes had to go through the same thing. Novas had to go through the same thing. 7s and 8s all had to go through the same thing when we developed black technology. You have to have something there to be able to balance the screen off. That's why his UV mix comes up too dark. It doesn't display a proper white level. Because he didn't say, when he developed it, he had it on a standalone by itself, with nothing to measure the white levels to. and I'll show you my projector settings when we're done. My projector is still sitting in factory settings. Nothing to change. The same thing when I took it out of the box. It's going to stay in factory settings. Why would I change it? Look at the screen. And I'll show it to you. I gotta give me a stand for this thing too. It's actually bigger than my other projector. Way bigger. It's nice. I love it. Tests are very important. You need to see them. I need to see them. Very important. There's no point in me hiding anything from you. What's the point? Eventually, you're going to take it home. You're going to find out. I don't understand. People do that. Why? All right, people. Well, that is 1% of the new technology done. And as you can see, its white levels are quite remarkable, which we wanted. Very high white levels. When finished, the screen is finalized. We'll be able to adjust the hot spotting, which is not hard to do. And then we'll be able to get it to blend just perfectly. Phoenix just went through the same thing. When we developed the Phoenix, when we first developed them, they had the same thing. So we have to heighten the white levels really high on the formula in order to be able to get it to pick up those white levels just right. And then after that, we can adjust it where we want it to get it at. And when we get it there, we're good. Now, any black screen we developed, hey, what are you doing, Pinocchio? I got nicknames for the cat. Once we get the white levels where we need to get it at, and like I said, that's why that white paper doing those adjustments allow us to see exactly where we need to have the screen at. So that way, we know the white levels are going to come up just right. So that's why when he did the demonstration, I said you failed because you have to have that black surface. Anytime you do a gray screen or anything like that, any kind of gray screen, if you're comparing yourself to having a stronger contrast level than another black screen, then you have to back that up. You have to have that surface to prove that you're pulling the same contrast level as the same screen. We don't make that promise when it comes to the gray screens. I told you right from the door that there's no way in the world that gray screen is ever going to be able to compete with the darker screens. It's virtually impossible because they can pull a contrast level, yes, better than other gray screens, but to be able to compete with the darker screens, virtually impossible. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to come on here and lie to you and tell you that this is going to happen because it's not going to happen. And that's why we did a lot of tests right from the door with star field demonstration, contrast demonstrations, because you need to see exactly where those levels lay at if you're buying this product, you know? So, you know, that's something that the other ones didn't show you that. They failed to show you that technology, their product, in a fully lit environment. So, let me see. Ah, finally, usually I never put the remote controls up. Got to go to an Easter egg scavenger hunt just to find my stuff. So this is the reason why at Alexa, what time is it? Oh, we're down low. I'm gonna watch a little TV right now. I'm done for the day, so I'm gonna watch a little TV. But let me see where she's at. Take the time again. Alexa, what time is it? It's 9:28 a.m. So it's 9:28. Well, most people have projection screens. They're not watching this screen right now. All this is blocked out. All this is blocked out. I'm gonna sit back here and watch me some TV with all this light coming in my environment, as it should be. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, I use my technology every day. And if I'm using my technology every day, there's no way in the world I'm gonna be stuck in a dark environment trying to figure exactly where my coffee table's at. I want to be sit down. Sometimes I don't watch TV. Most of the time I'm just sitting there just playing it for the sake of playing it. And I could be reading some documents or reading some research or whatever on my cell phone. So I can't be in a dark environment. I just can't do it. And that's how I want my customers to be. I want my customers to be able to sit in their living room, have their family members around. Some may be reading, some may be on their phone. You know what I mean? And enjoy their environment. but I'll turn it into a freaking cave at the end of the day. And it should be easy to apply. Should be painted on any surface that you want. Drying time should be extremely fast. Oh, I forgot to show you. I'm sorry. I do apologize about that. Let me show you my settings on my projector. I did forget about that. I do apologize. Hold on for a minute. I'll fire it back up again. I got this. I don't know if he has any more left, but I got this one for around $480. I'll show you my settings. Ooh, what are we watching today? Pepper ring. Leave it to Beaver. Leave it to Beaver. I like to watch the old shows. I watched Leave It to Beaver, Gilligan's Island. I just started watching Fantasy Island yesterday. Love Boat. I like to watch those shows like that. So let me show you my projector settings inside, so you can see exactly where I'm at. I'll show my factory settings. Here we go. So you can see where my settings are at. See? I'm still in factory settings in my projector. I haven't changed anything, just left the way it was. No point. All right, people. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I'm gonna go eat some food, watch a little Leave It to Beaver, and just enjoy the rest of my day. Y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless.